Blackmailing Buhari will not save Tinubu from defeat. Atiku blast APC. Oh boy. Yes, now. So it means that the campaign rally at Abeokuta by APC and Tinubu, where Tinubu blasted Buhari and his cabal, that let them hold the fuel, let them increase the fuel price, let them change the color of the naira notes, that they will still win in a very, very angry in that statement. Now, that is a very big jab that has been thrown to Buhari and his administration. Now, Atiku has reacted to those statements, says, even if you like blackmail Buhari, it will not save you from being defeated. That is the truth. So that is what Atiku is saying to the entire APC people. The Atiku Okowa campaign organization has berated the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, for trying to blackmail President Muhammadu Buhari by blaming the APC-led federal government over his looming devastating rejection by Nigerians. In fact, this is real looming and devastating rejection, because he is losing popularity by the day, and simply because of his entitlement mindset that it is time to rule Nigeria, coupled with all the baggages that he's not able to resolve, and coupled with his poor health condition that is hiding but is still manifesting every time he comes out. So he's getting a very looming, devastating rejection across the country. Wow, so PDP has given it back to them, that blackmailing Buhari and his government will not save you from defeat. So PDP is still saying, our campaign finds it pathetic that Asiwaju Tinubu is seeking a face-saving measure ahead of his shattering electoral defeat by shedding crocodile tears and claiming that the redesigning of the Naira notes and the fuel crisis under the APC administration, which he has reportedly been corruptly benefiting, were plots to scuttle the 2023 general elections, the campaign said. The Atiku Okowa campaign organization, in a statement by its spokesperson, Kola Olobodiyan, said it is unfortunate that Tinubu is trying to hoodwink Nigerians by seeking to exonerate himself and blame others in the Buhari-led APC administration from the biting fuel scarcity in the country, when in reality he, Tinubu, is known to be behind the insensitive and anti-people policies that have brought so much calamity to the country, including the current persistent fuel scarcity. Can you imagine? So he has hand in all of this. Okay? It indeed speaks volumes of Asiwaju Tinubu's character, that while he is reported to be hugely involved in the corruption in the petroleum sector, which had led to the fuel scarcity, he is pretending to care for the pains Nigerians are passing through, just because it was beginning to affect his political life ambition. Wow. So furthermore, it is clear that Asiwaju Tinubu is lamenting over the redesigning of the Naira just because the policy has frustrated his boastful plot to use slush funds, which he reportedly stashed away in secret votes for vote buying and manipulative schemes, including alleged funding of thugs to compromise the integrity of the 2023 presidential election through the setting up of the Jagaban army. You see? Of course, only politicians who have always won elections by relying on bullion vans have become troubled over the Central Bank of Nigeria monetary policy to redesign the Naira. So the bullion van saga is still there. It has not ended. That is true. Okay? More reprehensible is the fact that a few months to the end of the Buhari government, Asiwaju Tinubu is now struggling to distance himself from an administration that he told the world that he brought into office just because he wants to beguile Nigerians and take their votes, the campaign said. The campaign further asked, how can Tinubu accuse an administration he had been a part of since 2015 of trying to sabotage the 2023 elections unless he is making revelations to Nigerians about their plans. That is true. So indirectly telling Nigerians what their plans are. The campaign said that Tinubu ought to know that Nigerians can see through his antics and beguilements, and that his diversionary theatrics on fuel and new Naira note cannot sway Nigerians at this moment. In any case, from the songs of the lamentation of µASIWAJU Tinubu, it is clear that his presidential life ambition has collapsed. Our campaign therefore counsels him to withdraw from the race before the Waterloo of his loud defeat by Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, the campaign said. So they are advising Tinubu now to withdraw, okay? Because he cannot blame APC for all that is going on when you are part of it from the beginning. In fact, some quarters say they are benefiting from it. So why is he not crying foul? That is the big question to be answered. Why is Tinubu now crying foul? Why is he trying to personalize what is happening in APC? Why is he trying to distance himself from APC administration at this dying minute? No. So it is a way of beguiling Nigerians, to have a sympathy vote from Nigeria, to show that he is not part of what is happening in APC. But it is too late, because we all know that he's part of it and has been part of it from beginning. So the Atiku Kowa campaign organization is not telling Tinubu that all of this crying foul will not save him from being defeated, will not help him from being defeated. Okay? It's obvious that he's seen that all the rigging antics have failed. Even the use of bullion van is not working. That is why he's blaming CBN of changing the color of Naira note, because they have stashed cash elsewhere in votes for vote buying. But that is not going to work. It's going to be difficult spending that money now, because the money obviously will not be accepted by the targeted voters. Okay, so and even the fuel scarcity and fuel subsidy is talking about is not towards him, because he has been part of the government. So in general, what PDP is saying is that Tinubu is now getting the sense that his political ambition is collapsing, or has already collapsed, and probably has started crying ahead of time, crying for the failure. And so they're advising him to withdraw now before the Waterloo of failure announcement comes to him at the end of the election, because they are very optimistic that Atiku will win the election. But unfortunately, Peter Obi is there as a third force to scatter everything for them and possibly win the election. Okay. So we've got a few comments here from individuals. Let's see what they have to say. Now, I am disturbed that Tinubu is exhibiting very suspicious behavior. How can the presidential candidate of a ruling party accuse the same government of trying to ruin his chances in the coming election? There is something he's telling us. Probably he knows that APC has planned to scatter the election to repeat what happened in 1993 to Abiola. That is one part. Second part is that he has also seen his mass rejection across the country, even by the ruling party where he belongs. He's been rejected across board, grossly rejected, and he's beginning to feel the sense now, and that is why he's crying. Guy, you clearly see what I saw. That is what another commentator is saying. And he always does this type of blackmail in Abeokuta. Remember, that was where he dropped the Milocon album. Serious. If Atiku wins, Biafra and Oduduwa agitations will come to pass. Another Northerner after 8 years, we shall see. It's not going to work now. It's not going to work. Okay? Somebody say, keep quiet, you will never rule Nigeria. That's what they're telling Tinubu there. That is the truth. He can't rule Nigeria. Nigeria is not for him. The Milocon syndrome will not work. The Milocon slogan will not work. The Milocon mindset will not work. That is the truth. So thank you for listening. And that is what Atiku Kowa campaign organization of PDP is telling Tinubu and APC, that the blackmail that blackmailing Buhari will not save them from being defeated.